Making sure your family inherits your wealth easily without stress or confusion is a priority for many people. But if you have assets or family members in different countries, or you own a business, the process can quickly get complicated in Dubai. Wills are not always enough, and local laws can sometimes block your plans that can lead to delays or even cause expensive disputes. In this video, I'll show you how you can use a DIFC foundation to avoid these problems. You will see how this structure gives you more control, more privacy, and helps your family get what you intended. And the process of succession is completed smoothly and securely, even if your situation is complex. Before we start, my name is Shiraz Wahid, and I'm the co-founder at Leopardus Wealth, where we have helped many of our clients and families with trust, foundation, and other asset protection strategies in Dubai. If you would like my help in doing the same, you can apply for a free and customized asset protection plan by clicking the link in the description below. DIFC stands for Dubai International Financial Center. It is an independent legal jurisdiction right in the heart of Dubai. It is created specifically to offer international families and entrepreneurs a world-class platform for managing their assets. DIFC Foundations are modern, flexible structures with some unique advantages for succession planning. A DIFC foundation is a legal entity separate from your personal estate. Think of it as a holding structure that owns your assets. For example, shares in your company, investment portfolio, or real estate, instead of you owning those assets personally. What makes a foundation different from a trust or a company is that it has no shareholders and no owners. Instead, it's managed by a council according to the rules that you set. This means that when you pass away, there is no change of legal ownership, no need for court probate, and no public process. The assets will remain under the foundation's control and governed by your instructions, which can cover everything from how to support your spouse and children to when your business should be sold or retained, as well as specific rules about distribution or reinvestment. Now, many clients ask that why you can't just use a will, or why a trust or a company isn't enough. The answer is that in Dubai, standard wills, even DIFC wills, can be challenged or delayed if there is a dispute, or if a family member lives abroad. Trust, while powerful, can sometimes be viewed with suspicion by certain banks or tax authorities, especially outside the common law countries. Companies don't always work for succession, since shares still pass through probate or can create a tax problem in some countries. A DIFC foundation solves these issues by being recognized as legal person that continues unchanged no matter what happens to you as the founder. To set up a foundation, you transfer ownership of your chosen assets to the foundation, which then holds and manages them for the benefit of your named beneficiaries. That includes your family, your children, your favorite charities, or even a family office. You create the rules in foundation's charter and bylaws. These are legally binding and can be as flexible or as detailed as you wish. For example, you might set up a rule that your spouse receives an income for life, after which the assets goes to your children, or that certain assets are only distributed after a specific age or a milestone is reached. You can also appoint professional council members or protectors to ensure your wishes are always followed. Now let's look at privacy. Many families want to keep their financial affairs private, especially in regions where inheritance can become a matter of public record or family disputes. In Dubai, a DIFC foundation offers high degree of confidentiality. Details about assets, beneficiaries, and internal governance are not part of the public registry. Only minimal information, such as the foundation's name and registration number, are visible. This provides peace of mind, especially for families with complex structures or international exposure. Banking is also a common concern. Can a foundation open a bank account and manage investments like an individual or a company? The answer is yes. DIFC foundations are fully recognized by banks and financial institutions, both in Dubai and internationally. This makes it possible to hold everything from real estate and business shares to brokerage accounts, luxury assets, and even intellectual property. In fact, many banks prefer dealing with a regulated DIFC entity as it provides clear governance and a strong audit trail. Tax is another key area to consider. A DIFC foundation is not designed as a tax evasion tool. It's about control and certainty. Dubai does not impose inheritance or estate tax, and there are no capital gains taxes for most personal and investment assets. However, your global tax position still matters. The foundation is tax neutral in Dubai, but any income or distribution to the beneficiaries may be taxed in their country of residence. A proper planning can help you manage this exposure, and the foundation can be structured to support tax efficiency while remaining fully compliant with reporting standards. Of course, it's important to recognize what a DIFC foundation cannot do. It does not guarantee protection from all creditors, especially if the structure is set up after a claim or liability arises. It's also not a magic shield against divorce or forced heirship rules in every country, although it can help reduce these risks with careful design. The foundation's effectiveness depends on your wider planning, the timing of the transfer, and ongoing compliance with regulations in Dubai and internationally. The process to set up a DIFC foundation is clear and well regulated. First, you define your objectives and assets. Next, a foundation charter and bylaw are drafted to reflect your wishes and family situation. The foundation is then registered at DIFC with all compliance checks and due diligence completed. Once approved, assets are transferred, council member and protectors are appointed, and the foundation begins operating as a living structure. With professional support, a foundation setup can often be completed in a matter of weeks, not months. Now, let us discuss some practical examples to bring this to life. One of our clients, a business owner with properties and investments in multiple countries, used a DIFC foundation to hold all his shares and Dubai real estate. Once the client passes away, the foundation will continue to manage distributions to his spouse and children automatically, with no need for court intervention. Another family created a charitable foundation to support education causes while ensuring that their personal assets were kept separate and managed for future generations. In each case, the DIFC Foundation offered the flexibility to adapt as family needs and circumstances changed. DIFC foundations are especially powerful when paired with other planning tools like a Dubai will, family constitution, or cross-border tax planning. They work well for multinational families, business owners, and anyone seeking certainty, privacy, and control. They are not only for ultra-wealthy. Foundations can start with modest assets and grow over time. If you want your family to avoid unnecessary delays, disputes, or public exposure, and you want your legacy to be preserved according to your wishes, a DIFC foundation can provide structure and peace of mind you're looking for. If you own a business or real estate, don't wait for legal or health crisis to start thinking about protecting your wealth. Many people think asset protection is only for ultra-wealthy. But the reality is that some of these solutions cost as much as setting up a free zone company in Dubai. If you want to secure what you have built and ensure your legacy, you can request your free and customized asset protection plan by clicking the link in the description below. And if you're serious about building long-term financial security, you should really check out my next video right here.